Hey guys, welcome to a packing video. I love packing videos. I decided to make my own for my 2024 winter trip. So I left USA, Seattle, Washington, my area, in January 16th, and I brought this bag, which is one of those underseaters that the flight attendants use and the pilots use. So for the most part, with most low-cost carriers, this is going to qualify as a personal item. It's like an 18-inch by 14-inch by 8-inch. So for like Spirit Airlines or for like Frontier Airlines, I think that's like pretty much right on the money for how much they're gonna allow. So this does fit those standards. I do also travel with one of these packable backpacks. So there's a little bit of stuff inside of it right now, but this will fit inside of here. And then when I arrive somewhere, I can unfold this and then I can just fill it up with more stuff, which is maybe this water bottle, some snacks and things like that. That's super important. So I think this is like great for turning your like one bag travel into a two bag travel, is having this like expandable, collapsible type of pack. I'm probably going to change this backpack. This is like one I got Amazon a long time ago. It's a new Outlander brand. It's pretty large, probably fits like 30 plus liters, maybe like a 32 liter or something. So it does get pretty bulky. But that's like a little something there. So this is a nice roller bag, like I started off telling you. It's got this one pocket in front, and I like how it opens up. I'll show you in a sec. Obviously, it's got the handle, can be picked up, carried like this. The wheels aren't super beefy, but I have already hit many roads and many cobblestones and rough terrain with it, and it's been holding up pretty well. Maybe after a year it'll run down. This is a Samsonite, so it's pretty good quality. I got this for like $8 at a garage sale, but it's like a $60, $70, $80 bag depending on where you look. So I think I got a steal on it. So right now I'll just like go over everything I got, get right into the video. So I also got a travel pillow when I started traveling. I didn't bring this originally. I bought it right when I got here because I was sick of changing pillows so much. I was getting like neck aches. This one, it can be compressed pretty small because it's like a memory foam one. So if I really want to, I could probably fit this inside here. But for the most part, you can just put this around when you're about to go on the plane. That's kind of an obvious one. Everyone's got their travel preference for pillows. This is my rain jacket. Packs up in its own pocket, like many do. That one usually I'll wear when I'm traveling, but can fit it inside here. But right now this is pretty packed tight, so mostly I'm going to be wearing that on my trip, as well as my hoodie. Got just one hoodie I'm traveling with. I got one hat that I'm traveling with as well. I'll just start putting my things here. And then this is one of my long shirts. It's kind of a thick, thermally kind of shirt. Got one pair of jeans on right now. When I started the trip, now it's been a little bit of time. It's warmer now. I was wearing a second pair of pants for like the first 2 months of this winter travel. I got one pair of wool socks, wool blend socks, gotta have them. Costco brand ones, holding up a long time. But yeah, let's open up the pack. See what we got going on here. So I like how this bag opens up, kind of turns itself into its own like little wardrobe, kind of clean setup. I kind of like how it looks. I am traveling with just one pair of shoes and one 40-ounce bottle, which I think is the best size water bottle that you can get, really. Just gonna tie back my hair. It's kind of warm in here. Woo! Okay. So let's just start up here real quick with a couple electronic things. Just a basic charger that my phone comes with. Basic. One power bank. This is, I don't know, it's kind of an older power bank. It's not like the largest of them. This is like a 5,200 milliamp hours. Gives you a couple charges. I've got one pair of classic style headphones. I've also got one pair in this backpack of wireless headphones, but but I find that on like the airplanes or even on buses, sometimes you still need this classic plug. So it's nice to just keep these around and not always have the wireless ones. So I'll put that over here. I also have one super tiny micro USB, the old Android plug, because I have a reader that I'm traveling with that takes this one. Also in here, I've got one pair of gloves. I use this a lot throughout this winter. These are Head brands. They've got like a nice grip on them here. They clip together so you don't lose them so easy. Easy to wash, easy to dry. An extra Ziploc bag. Usually I have a couple of these extras all the time. One headlamp with red light as well. I use this a lot when I'm dumpster diving, when I'm going out in the evening, you know, when you're camping. Headlamp, I didn't used to travel with it, but now I usually always bring one. And then back here, I'll just show a couple of the other larger, bulkier items. So this is the reader. Haven't really used it at all. Usually I'm a guy that would bring a book or a magazine, but I decided to try the reader this time because it's the weight of a book and you can put 100 books in it. So I got that one. Then I've also got my journal. This is like a pretty small, simple journal, not like too big of a design. So yeah, I try to journal every time that I need to, maybe every week, every couple weeks, just like write some stories that are going on. After that, got the Sawyer Squeeze with the large bag. I think this is the 32 ounce, I believe. I think so. 32 ounce bag or the 1 liter bag. Yeah, the larger bag anyways with the Sawyer Mini that I've been using for years. Haven't really switched. I've looked at other water filters. This one just tried and true. No reason to change really. I know people rave about the other ones, but this one, you know, has never really done me wrong. Price is the best, lasts the longest. Yeah, you can filter like 1,000,000 liters or something with these things. So just keep going with the Sawyer Squeeze Mini, classic. All right, what else I got here? This is something I just bought actually. I didn't start the trip with this. This is a collapsible hanger that I got in Japan. So it's got these little clips that kind of fall down out of here like that. This one's coming out too, kind of stuff. So yeah, I find this is real easy when I'm drying clothes to hang this up. I also bought, while I've been traveling, I started to try to figure out better ways to make a wardrobe and dry clothes specifically. So I got door hooks as well. This isn't something that I have traveled with before, but I'm trying to figure out how to make pop-up closet as I go. And these door hooks are pretty good. You can find little spots to put them. It's kind of been an ingenious thing for me. And also these suction things. These suction on the doors, they suction on the glass. A lot of tables, plastics. You just kind of push it on there and boom, it becomes a hook. Hang clothes on that. Or I'll hang this hanger on top of that and it multiplies the amount of things I can hang up. So for me, that's becoming like a really good way to stay organized and not have to like live out of the bag all the time. So there's that. Anything else back here? I've got one empty 1 ounce bottle. Sometimes I like to save like a sauce or something. This doesn't weigh anything, so I just brought it just in case. And some other little items I'll check out that are in here. There's a couple pens, and there's a small notepad. I like to take notes of places people recommend to go. Yeah, just little side notes of names of streets. Mostly food I write down. I try to like take notes of recommended food items in countries that I visit. So I want to be able to keep track of the things I've eaten so that I can refer to them later. And also I like to pick up recipes as I go and try to acquire more cooking knowledge. So I like to take notes with that. That's quite important for me. And here I have a pair of sunglasses, a second pair of sunglasses in a case, which isn't super necessary, but I found that I crush my sunglasses a lot. So this one, I can actually fit like both of these inside this like bulky case. So that's kind of cool. maybe worth the wait for some people. Wallet, simple. Two types of debit cards in case one stops working, you can still get to the ATM. Um, Very important. People don't realize that that's an important thing to have more than one bank. A lot of people don't like to open multiple cards. I've got two different debit cards and at least two credit cards as well. So that fights international transactions for certain cards, and then for other cards, I'm getting using the Schwab card and also the Fidelity Cash Management card, both the two best travel cards to get free ATM reimbursements worldwide. Recommend both of those. Let's see, this is a pair of wireless headphones I referred to earlier. Probably don't need both, but there's a couple other pens. Keep a lot of pens just in case. Small thing of ibuprofen, and I think that's it for this bag. I emptied it to make this video, so right now everything's kind of combined into one. There's some Mentos inside there, but that bag is done. So here's one scarf. This is like a super ultra light, like a sarong type thing, I guess. You could use this in many ways. I've used it as a beach towel. I've used it as a bath towel. I've used it as a blanket. I've used it as a scarf, and I've used it as a headband. Multiple uses for a big piece of fabric, so I recommend everybody travel with something of that sort. I have a second one. This is the one I've traveled with the longest. It's just like a thick cotton pashmina looking one. I've used this as a towel, as a blanket. Mostly I'm using it as a scarf in the wintertime. Then I'll use it as a towel later in the summertime. I'm traveling with this small towel right now that I picked up in Japan. I really hate the travel towels that most people sell. They really don't absorb water at all. They're really just awful. I don't know who in the industry decided that those stupid poly towels were a good idea, but they don't even work. So this is like an actual like loopy type of cotton towel, it's very small, it's very light, it's not any heavier than those poly towels. I mean, maybe like 2 grams or something, super small, but that polyester stuff doesn't suck up water, guys. Like, just get like a regular type of, even just a small hand towel is better than one of those crappy travel towels. Anyways, there's that. A lot of other stuff in the bag here. I'm going to come back to that because maybe some people are getting daunted with the small items. I'll just go into the clothing right now. I'm traveling with 1, 2, 3 underwear, 4 on me, 4 pairs of underwear, boxer briefs, simple black, mostly Reebok it looks like. 1 buff. Buff is one of the best things ever. If you don't have a buff yet, haven't tried it, give it a try. It can be used as a headband, can be used as an eye mask, can be used as a hat, can be used as a scarf, can be used as a pot holder. I mean, just like these, just like a scarf, multi-use is important when you're traveling. All right, so I've got 2 more pairs of the Wool Blend Costco socks. I love these socks. They last longer than any other sock that I've used. A lot of people swear by other brands. I've tried other more expensive brands with like cashmere mix or like lamb's wool or like different types of merino, and yeah, after a year they're pretty much used up, but these ones last pretty long. I've used some of these pairs for a couple years running and they're still okay. You are going to get some wear. This one's kind of worn here, but depending on you and how much you want to use them, I think that they're some of the best quality socks that there are, really. I've got 1 thick hat here. Just 1 beanie. I think a beanie is good no matter what the weather. Obviously in winter that's pretty important. Qatar Airways provided this junky pair of socks, which I'm probably going to throw away. But right now I have an additional pair of socks just in case. I also have this compression bag, which I've been using to keep stuff sorted. It doesn't compress very much as it's advertised it does, but it's also a good little way to keep stuff organized, and it doesn't really weigh a lot. It's something that I'm trying on this trip. Normally I don't travel with this because it's a little bit extra weight and I don't think it's worth it much, but for a few grams, I think I'm going to try it and try to keep a little bit more organized. So I do have one right now. I've got one pair of shorts. I've only had to use these, I think, once at Hot Spring Resort, where you had to wear a swimsuit to go in the mixed gender area in Japan. So there's that. One pair. I definitely will pick up a second pair of shorts later, transitioning into spring and into summer. But for right now, one pair of shorts is completely fine when you're departing in the winter. I've got three other pairs of pants. So I just have one pair of jeans I pretty much wear every day. My girlfriend hates that. I definitely get stinky jeans. And when it's time to wash the jeans, I'll end up wearing one of these pants out. But I like these like casually kind of pants that are kind of thin. These are just like a thin polyester type of pant because this one can be combined as a second layer. So I've pretty much been wearing two pair of pants the first January, all of February, most of March, two pairs of pants, and I can put this one under the jeans, I can put this one under the jeans, or these like thinner ones are good for sleeping, also to put under the jeans. So layering is obviously important for traveling. So I've got all these pants. I'll probably drop one when spring and summer comes. As of right now, this is how many I have. One short, two shorts it'll probably become, and trade it for like one of the pairs of pants. But yeah, I don't travel with anything too valuable either. That's something after traveling, how many years I've been traveling like 10 years now, and don't bring things that are your favorites or that are too valuable, because at some point you're going to be sick of carrying it. You're going to want to get rid of it, but your heart's not going to want you to drop it and just give it away for nothing. So mostly I travel with clothes that I'm not too afraid to get rid of, and I don't really mind if some of these get given away. Not a big deal. I have an umbrella, which I've used like one time. I don't really think this is a necessary thing to bring. This is the first time I've traveled with an umbrella. Don't really recommend doing that, but up to you. So how many shirts I got? T-shirts. I got two very thin T-shirts. They both probably weigh 120, 130 grams each. And then I've got one polo style polyester shirt. These are rayon polyester cotton blend. These two shirts, I believe. I like polyester cotton blend. I was using wool t-shirts for a while, but I was getting a lot of holes in them and it wasn't really worth my time for how much you pay. I'd rather just get, some other blend of rayon or polyester. If you want to pay more and try those shirts, I've tried bamboo shirts, I've tried hemp shirts, I've tried rayon, I've tried silk, I've tried wool. Hey, it's up to you guys, but right now I'm rocking the rayon blend polyester blend cottons. All right, almost done with the clothes here. I've got these three long sleeve shirts. This is a cotton, 100% cotton. I wasn't super into cotton for the longest time. A lot of people that travel say cotton sucks. But if you want your clothes to hold up, you gotta go with the cotton. Sorry to say, I ripped a lot of silk, I ripped a lot of rayon. Wool doesn't last either. It's just those are not tough fabrics. And if you're doing anything tough, I do a lot of gardening, I do a lot of farm work, I do a lot of woofing and work trade type stuff, construction type stuff. It's got to be cotton. Sorry to say, switch back to cotton. Anyways, 100% cotton, Henley, classic, light blue. Get a little bit dirty, still looks cool. This shirt is a wool blend. This is a wool polyester blend by All in Motion. I think it's like a Target brand or something. Still holding on to wool a little bit because of the odor, but honestly, it's not as good as people rave it to be sometimes. Only if you get the highest quality wool, I think. All right, this is kind of like a super thin, like running jacket. So I just use this. It's just like a long sleeve A6. Sorry about that. Long sleeve A6 black polyester. Zips up, has a couple pockets in the side. Super lightweight, dries super fast. Nice to have clothes that dry super fast. I picked this up in Japan. It's pretty bulky, but it's too cool. This is, I forget what this is called. It's like a kimono jacket kind of thing. It's like a semi formal type of Japanese shirt that you would wear. So it's kind of open in the front and it's got like the long sleeve with the square cut. It's a little bit weird, but it's kind of thick like a sweatshirt. So I don't know what I'll do with it later, but as of right now, I like it. One mask, reusable. I've got a couple more disposable ones, but this is the reusable one I pick up in Oaxaca, Mexico. I think it's kind of cool. This is also the hanger that I left with. I made this one before I found that one from Japan. It's just 4 clips on a hanger. I find this one pretty nice for drying clothes as well and making like a little pop-up closet. One platypus bag I haven't used. I've been traveling now 2.5 months. Haven't used the platypus bag yet. This is a 2.5 liter one, it looks like. Haven't used it, but it doesn't weigh much. I wouldn't say that this is part of it. Some stamps from Japan. All right, the bag is empty. Bag is empty, bag is empty. Let me just go through this little section here. I'm not going to get too detailed because this area is different depending on who you are. So this is a little organizer bag. I keep 4 Ziplocs in. It's kind of like a little filing cabinet for me. And I put little labels at the top. This one says doc for my documents. So in here I've got my passport. I've got a little bit of extra currency. I've got, some passport picture type stuff. I've got a couple blank checks just in case. I've got my yellow fever card, vaccination type stuff. And then I put a couple like airline tickets in here as well. And then, a little bit of US dollars just in case. So there's that. I'll just keep it back in here. So like I said, I got 4 freezer Ziploc brand Ziplocs. And then in this one has a little bit more stuff. I'm not going to open all this stuff, like I said. I've got, what is this stuff called? I forget the name of this tape. I forgot. Shoot, I just picked up this tape. This kind that you use for patching up like jackets. It's like a nylon tape. It's good quality stuff, but I can't remember what the brand is now. Everybody likes it. Can't remember the brand. This is my little travel adapter. This one comes apart. It's got universal plugs from different places, and they all lock together in this form. So it's kind of compact. Right now I'm using one of them that would go right here, and I think that it's pretty small, doesn't weigh very much, but it is a must when you're traveling. Also another couple pens in here. Super tiny free mending kit from a hotel. A little book of matches that has 5 matches in it, just because no TSA agent has ever taken them away from me and they just stay in there. I've got, what's this called? Remember? I forgot the name of this thing. Anyways, this Japanese thing that's good luck. If you know the name, comment. I've also got this little Hindu good luck thing in here. It's a little I don't even know what it is, honestly. It's got a picture of somebody on it, and I just keep that for good luck in my bag as well. I keep a lot of good luck charms. I spend a lot of time in Asia, and I think luck is a thing. And by keeping some of these charms, this one's from Thailand. This is a little amulet from Thailand, blessed by some monks, I think, from Chiang Mai. One pair of little nail clippers there. and a couple more pens. I feel like I have too many pens now that I'm looking back. All right, this is my spices. So this one for some people isn't necessary. For me it is. I've got lots of little chili peppers. I've got some wasabis. I've got some instant coffees. I've got some hot sauces, crushed red pepper flakes. I've got some pickled ginger. I've got some hoisin sauce. What else? I got some curry powder, that kind of stuff, salt, pepper, whatever. So for me, some people don't have that stuff. I do. Last Ziploc bag is medical. This is all the medical stuff that I carry. I've got a couple hand creams because I kind of get like little hand problems here and there. A little bit of cold medicine. I use this oscillococcium stuff. Some flossers. A couple emergencies. Tube of airborne. Some gauze pads and bandages. I had a real bad accident at one point, and I regretted not carrying big bandages. If I would have had big bandages, it would have made a load of difference. So now I carry some gauze and big bandages because I had huge sores. I fell on the cement when I was on a scooter at one point, and both of my hands had huge open wounds on them, and I couldn't do anything. And so I have some triple antibiotic antiseptic cream that I will pair with gauze strips and some bandages. But then I got some eye drops because I got eye infections before, and so now I just have these tiny like individual eye drops here, extra pair of earplugs, extra bar of soap, a few other pills here and there, some zinc, some vitamin D, some quercetin, some more ibuprofens. Depending on you, everybody's kit's going to be different. There's no right or wrong way to have a medical kit. Just learn as you go. All right, we're almost done, guys. This is the last bit of my things. I have a shaver here that I've been using for many, many years. This is a Philips Norelco multi-groom. I find that it's quite light. Hasn't failed me yet. Just continue to use that. There's a cough drop in here, which I didn't know I had, and I feel like I could use that right now. That's shaver there. So this is my little toiletry kit. Before I had just like a super light one, but I just found this one's like more cool, and I don't mind a few extra grams. So inside here, toothbrush, toothpaste, a few more pills. I got some melatonin, some magnesium, and some natural sleep aid. Bar soap in a little Ziploc surrounded by a piece of cardboard. This seems to work pretty well when your soap is wet. It slides into this piece of cardboard that's like a piece of like chewing gum cardboard. And for some reason, it just, I don't know, it dries it out, and it keeps it clean and not moldy or anything. I don't know. This is my eye mask I sleep with. It's actually just like a sweatband or a headband, but I find it's way better than the elasticy eye mask that everybody sells. So this is what I use. One deodorant, earplugs that I keep in this little cute case that my girlfriend bought me in Japan, and that's it. There's a couple other pieces of trash in here that I don't know how they got in there, but that looks like everything. What else do I have to say? Travel bag, the underseater. I just travel with one pair of shoes right now. This is a pair of Solomons. I find that they're one of the most universal shoes, really, because you can use it as a boot, you can use it as a hiking shoe. It has a classy look to it. It's kind of formal. It's casual. It's formal. Can be businessy. Can be for work. Man, Solomons last forever too. I mean, if you guys haven't tried Solomons and you're looking for the next good travel shoe, I used Merrell's before. I've used other athletic brands, but these last a long time. All right, what else to say? I think that's pretty much the video. So the size of my bag does qualify as a personal item for most airlines. I think right now my weight is at like 9 kilograms, which is, how many pounds is that? I guess it's like 18 pounds, if I were to guess, 17 pounds, I don't know. And if I got to go to the 7 kg mark or the 15-pound mark, just put on a couple more shirts, put another pair of pants on, put a couple more things in the pockets. It's easy to shave those pounds off, not a big deal. So this is a 7 kg setup, to be honest. I just will put on that other coat, I'll put that hat on, just put a little bit of the clothes on, and then you're under that mark. So anyways, guys, this is a winter setup with a personal item, which I find to be quite minimalist for most people. And so hopefully you guys got a little inspiration for how little you can use when traveling throughout the winter, January, February. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And keep on traveling.